Welcome to Guide to Survive. The world is a big, beautiful place, full of incredible and breathtaking sights and experiences. It's also doing everything it can to kill you, and so that's where this program fits in. Before you venture into the great outdoors, you need to learn about all of the terrifying and mystical creatures that lurk in the woods, knock on your window, and hide in your toilet. With this guide, you'll learn how to identify a would-be assailant, analyze its strengths and weaknesses, and deal with it effectively. By the end of your training, you'll be ready to take on any creep or cryptid that crosses your path. So here's to you, and the great adventure that lies ahead. Let's begin.
Target analysis. Name: Leprechaun. Class: Parasapien, Fairy. Habitat: underground caves, holes and hollow trees, rural areas, Ireland, as well as, allegedly, a small colony in Portland, Oregon, United States. Lifespan: average of 300 plus years. Strengths: longevity, highly intelligent, magical abilities, hard to find, and excellent shoemaking skills. Weaknesses: easily intimidated when caught. Overall threat level: 3. Behavior: leprechauns, the wee folk, one of, if not the most popular of Ireland's fairy inhabitants. While commonly misconceived as being roughly a few feet in height and dressed all in green, these beings are historically known to be no larger than a matter of inches and are clothed in fine red garments, lined with lace and numerous buttons, as well as sporting large Victorian-era ruffles upon their necks. Ginger beards, however, remain loyal to the legend, a fanciful look for such fantastical fellows. While these beings share a kinship with the more malevolent fairies of the Emerald Isle, such as the Achaidh, leprechauns are not in fact malicious themselves. Rather, they are by reputation neither wholly good nor evil. Chaotically neutral, I believe, is the modern term. To clarify their genus of Magicae Creaturae, they are closer in relation to household familiars. They are also powerful magic users, though to what extent is still unknown. Curiously, their births are rather unique, as they are the offspring of an evil spirit and a degenerate fairy. Let's be honest, we've all had bad hookups. This is, as far as we know, the only way for these beings to be born, as stranger still, there are no female leprechauns. So, being reliant on 2 other species to birth them, with no way to breed themselves, that rather makes leprechauns the mules of magical beings. Sad, really. Interestingly, despite this closeness in personality to their more residential relatives, leprechauns will make their homes in quiet, rural environments. Except from a small colony in Portland, Oregon. Not a joke. No idea what that's about. Although far enough away from the seed or burial mounds of their nefarious kin, the previously mentioned Achaidh, here in the peaceful Irish countryside, they make their homes in deep cave dwellings or hollowed out trees, where they can enjoy their preferred, solitary lifestyles. Although, while more inclined to a life of solitude, they are not completely withdrawn, and are known to be notorious pranksters. Highly cautious of humans, they are careful when playing their tricks, avoiding any face-to-face confrontation, and utilizing more subtle methods. At a young age, a leprechaun will play pranks quite rarely, not wanting to draw too much attention to himself or where he lives. But as they get older in age, they grow more confident and will play tricks more often. Given that the average lifespan of a leprechaun is roughly 300 years old, they have plenty of time to develop their pursuit of mischief. It is said that you will hear a leprechaun before you see one. Specifically, you'll hear the tapping of their feet. Leprechauns have a deep love for dancing, traditional Irish music, being adept musicians themselves, and poitín, which is an Irish spirit. Regularly holding ceilidhs, which can last for several days at a time. This fondness for dancing has meant that their shoes often become worn and damaged. As a result, leprechauns take up the art of shoemaking and have a strong reputation for being excellent cobblers. So much so that if they find any damaged shoes nearby, they'll repair them, simply for the love of the craft. It's where I get all my shoes from. What's that you say? You don't own a pair of leprechaun handmade shoes? Oh my, how adorably lower class. However, you might just be able to get yourself some. Not from me, obviously. But your best chance would come from catching one and extorting the little blighter for his freedom. For if a leprechaun is caught, he must grant 3 wishes to his captor. Why 3? Not sure. Genie rules, I guess. Not the point. Upon capture, the leprechaun will barter for his freedom. It is now that wishes can be made. A word of caution, you must be careful with your wishes, for these fellows are still tricksters after all, and one poorly worded wish may curse you with bad luck forever. A common and safe wish is for the leprechaun's hoarded gold. The gold itself is believed to come from various treasure crocks, which are large pots that were buried during times of war throughout the long years of Ireland's history. Leprechauns have acquired these treasures from their earthly dwellings and claim it for themselves. So technically they're grave robbers, and you really shouldn't feel bad about shaking them down. Lastly, and arguably most interestingly, leprechauns are a protected species. In Carlingford, a small town in Ireland, one was allegedly spotted by a local. As a result, in 2009, under European law, a directive was passed declaring them a protected species. Despite this, people are still fond of hunting them, myself included, but I won't tell if you won't. Overall, the wee folk are an elusive, cheerful, and mostly harmless peoples, enjoying grand celebrations with their kin in the peace of the Irish countryside and away from the affairs of humanity, though not so far that they can't enjoy playing the odd prank on an unfortunate passer-by. Powerful magic users with a dark lineage, yet mischievous, not malicious. Should you visit the Emerald Isle, or Portland, Oregon, keep an ear out. Who knows, you might just hear the tapping of their tiny shoes, dancing towards you. Stratagem. So, here's the scenario. St. Patrick's Day is here, and in order to celebrate Ireland's national holiday of their patron saint, you decide to catch yourself a leprechaun. As such, you make your way to the Irish countryside. While on your journey, you consider all of the tactics you must use in order to capture such devious and elusive beings. Your plan of attack. Firstly, shoe shine. These little weirdos love shoes, so what better bait than some broken footwear, just begging to be fixed. Leave them out in the open and lie in wait for one of the little fellas to show up, then grab him. Optional choice, let him fix the shoes first. Why not? Secondly, prank trap. Make yourself seem like you're an easy target for a prank, while secretly setting a trap for the leprechaun. This can be achieved through any of my practical joke-themed books, such as Kill Them With Laughter, From Giggles to Gallows, or Weaponized whimsy for kids. My personal favourite trick is disguising snares as untied shoelaces. Thirdly, musical muse. Use a leprechaun's love of music to lure one towards you. I hope you're familiar with traditional ceilidh music, otherwise you'll just look like some deviant standing alone in a field, probably singing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" Once you hear the dancing feet of the leprechaun, keep playing but try to locate the little lad, then snatch him up. Fourthly, fatal attraction. Create your best model of a female leprechaun and prepare for some serious feminine charm. If you can. Utilize his new feelings to lure him into a false sense of security. Then once he's in your clutches, entrap him into a commitment and take what you want when you're done, leaving him with nothing. Just like marriage. Fifthly, incredible work. Now, make your wishes and bring me that gold. Pop quiz. Question number 1. Is it true that leprechauns are malevolent beings? Answer: no. Leprechauns are mischievous souls, but are neither good nor evil, just chaotically neutral. Question number 2. Will leprechauns harm the people who capture them? Answer: no. If captured, they will grant their captor 3 wishes, although if the individual is unwise with their wish, they may be cursed with bad luck. Question number 3. Do leprechauns make their homes within urban environments? Answer: no. Leprechauns prefer quiet, rural places to inhabit. Question number 4. Are leprechauns strictly male? Answer: yes. To date, there have been no reported encounters of female leprechauns. Question number 5. Can leprechauns be found outside of Ireland? Answer: yes. Allegedly, there is a colony of leprechauns within Portland, Oregon, United States. If you scored 0 to 1, then your luck has run out. If you scored 2 to 3, then you might be alive, but only if you're lucky. And if you scored 4 to 5, top work. Just my luck you work for me, which you do, for life. Conclusion. Excellent work. I'd say you're ready to get out there and face whatever challenges plot against you. And if you're not, then don't worry. You can rewatch these survival guides as much as you like. And they're non-refundable. I'm very proud of the progress you've made, and I know you're going to take the future in your stride. I've got a good feeling about you, Arthur Anderson. If you don't know who he is, leave a guess in the comments section before you look him up. I'd like to see your answers. Good luck, and don't die!